yeah, in case you're wondering why I use BFBB and put Monster Sync audio in there, it's because if you disk swap with Larry Boy with Monster Sync, it won't read the voice files or the sounds. I think the voice files, yeah, there's a folder called speech. I'm going to guess it's going to play it. It's playing the sounds right now. And I did, it does also read music, so I might put this into a couple of videos. I'm not sure, but yeah, it won't play the voice files or the mute. It won't play any of the sound files with Monsters Inc. if you do it normally with Larry Boy with Monsters Inc. Because what it does is it reads the files below the sounds. So the last two folders it plays, it doesn't start with the sound file. So like I've said in previous videos, you can't make it read up. It only goes down the files. It reads the files and goes down. Yeah, so I have to actually manipulate it. So if you try this yourself, it ain't gonna work. So you have to go in your ISO and edit it. I use BFBB for a template and just fold Monster Sync audio into a custom folder. I called it. You can call it HB1. I have to play the whole BFBB to get to it. I don't know. I just want to see. I just did it for no reason. But let me show you. I'll even show you what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I mean. Like, normally I do it in. I make a folder called HB1, and I just added extra level. I would just like to play the audio files that aren't included there. Because how Larry Boy works with BFBB is it starts reading these files, HB folders, but it won't read anything that's up here. Like let's say you want to play like all the Dream levels, all the Goo Lagoon levels, the Flying Dutchman from the Graveyard. Can't do that because they're up here. It reads from here to down. So if you want to play files that are in here, you're gonna have to grab go in the folders and grab the stuff. And you just duplicate the files, and you just put them in an extra folder right here. That's how I do it. So it'll read those files. You can do that. But my focus today is not the BFB stuff. I put it here. I could go through the whole flipping thing, but you don't have. You can put it like right here. So after it reads the HB files, it goes to the HB1 folder. Yeah, we removed some stuff, but you know what I mean. But I put it here. But you can name the file. So it goes below it. So SP is SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy sounds, and voices. Not all the voices. It's the voices of the quotes they say, like the quote files. Shiny objects and tikis and robots. Like those things they say. Not the sounds and voices from the levels. Like they're in here. The hip hop files, but I made a folder called SP1. And I put Monster Sync stuff in here. For A file is the sounds and everything that's in them. And then the B file is the levels. In case there's some voice files in here, I don't mod Monster Sync, so I might as well just grab everything that might be in there. I grabbed the sound file because it's self-explanatory, but it may not have everything, so I just grabbed the level file just in case. I tried to return the Chocolate Factory, and the sound, it's not actually in the sound files for some stupid reason. Like, it doesn't have. No, the music and stuff is in the sound files, but the voice clips of Grandpa Joe and Willy Wonka are actually in the level files. So I just grabbed, in case this game does the exact same thing, I grabbed both files. I don't obviously mod Monster Sync. I only mod BFBB, Scooby-Doo Never Heard of Frights. I'm gonna go in order. It's Scooby-Doo Never Heard of Frights, BFBB, movie game. And I also mod this. Well, I mod the Simpsons game. I mod the Simpsons Hit One for PC. It's a totally different franchise, but like different developer. But you get what I mean. So I use this trick. So I just have to say this because I'm gonna have someone randomly say on my channel like this doesn't work because it won't. You're gonna have to open two ISOs and just grab the Monster Sync audio and then put it in BFB PS2. And you disc swap with your Larry Boy. You take this game, play this game, and swap with your custom BFB with Monster Sync audio in it. Yeah, you can do that. I've already covered that with tons of games. Yeah, you can use this exploit that I found to actually make it play audio files instead of having it have to play everything to get to the files. So yeah, I use this trick. Well, you can't do Monster Sync period like by default because it leaves the files below the sounds and levels. Yeah, so everything it's not going to be any audio files because they're up here. It leads down here. Doesn't work. So I just want to show you guys how to do this in case you want to do this yourself. So that's how you do it. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it's playing the voices or some sort of audio. You can tell it's voice, but you can't make it out because it's got the static in the background. It is playing some voices or something. I'm not sure if it's the level of, if it's the character voices or something else, but it's not cutscenes. I didn't take those files, so unfortunately, I really hope that's not the character voices it's playing right now. Like I mean, I hope it's just ever sounds or just quotes or from. I hope it's like not the actual characters because if it is, it's not gonna play them then. It's just gonna be distorted. Yeah, some games, very few games do that with this game. Unfortunately, where not many, but there's a few games that the audio files don't play properly. Unfortunately, like it's not deep, not slow, no. They will just be staticky and broken. I don't know why some games don't do this with this. Yeah, of course it's disc swapping because you're not supposed to do this. But what I'm trying to say though is every game you do this with, most games you don't do this. If you swap the games, all it does is play the audio just different pitches. But there's some games if you do this with certain games, this game of certain games, the voice files are just flat out corrupted. You can't even hear them. It's still creepy though. I'm gonna play anyway because it's kind of creepy a little bit. But skip ahead or something. But yeah, I don't know. I just hope these aren't the character voices. I hope it's something. Well, it is something. You can hear it. It's characters something talking. But I just hope it's not. I just hope it actually plays the voices of the characters. If it doesn't, that sucks. Because they're in here. Like I don't know. I can't tell what it's playing though right now. But there is a file here called speech. Like right here. It's only one. There's a bunch of stuff in here. And go to archived files. If anybody knows how to open these things, please let me know, because I like to do this. I can look at the freaking folders. But, I can't find a tutorial online about this. It pisses me off. But, I can't find a video on it. I can't find a tutorial on this stuff. But anyway, if you know how to get to these files of various PS2 games, please let me know. If you do know how to do this stuff. Because I don't. I like to do it. But yeah, I don't know if it's gonna play them. I don't know what it's playing on, but you can hear if you listen. You can actually hear it, some sort of voices or something, just in the static. It's like it's playing cutscenes. Maybe there is cutscenes actually in these folders. But there's a folder called movies in Monster Sync. I didn't grab that folder. I just grabbed the. I mean, I would just play the OG game with disc swapping. I would disc swap with the original OG game, but I can't because it doesn't read the sounds. It reads the folders below it, so you're not gonna get anything. But you can tell it's reading some sort of voices. You can hear it in the static. You can hear something. So I'm gonna guess that's some of the characters' voices, which means shit. It might not play them properly though. So yeah, it's still gonna do this shit. Some of these very few games have this problem when you disc swap with this game. Most games you can hear the audio. It'd be different pitches, but you can still hear it. But there's some games it will not play it, regardless of what you do. It will just play like either nothing, or it will like Flush Story, for example. It won't work with that game at all, for whatever friggin' reason. It won't play any voices at all. If it gets the folder, it doesn't do anything. It goes silent for like a half an hour because it won't read any voice. It won't pick up the voices. I don't understand this. It's a PS2 game. If I can disc swap this game with BFBB, this game with Movie Game, this game with Scooby Doo, this game with Frickin' Meet the Robinsons, this game with Over the Hedge, this game with exactly. You get the point. Why does certain specific games not let you do this? I guess the audio files or certain format in this game does not like it. I don't know. Then why do you support everything else under the sun then? Yeah, exactly. Weird. Whatever. if somebody knows how to remove the static in this and edit, if you want to edit this video, or feel free, yeah, if you want to like remove the static somehow, if you know how to do that, I'd like to see this honestly, because when it's playing, I don't know how to actually if there's even a way to do this in this video to remove the background. I mean, that's probably the voice clips, dude. Shit, I won't be surprised if it's being them, but it's just. They're corrupted. Yeah, most games it's just the cutscenes that get all weird. If it tries to read a movie, FMVs, the game can't handle it for whatever, because it's not the in-game. If it's in-game cutscenes, it can play them. Like Junior Tron Attack of the Twonkies is in-game cutscenes, so it can handle those. BFBB are in movie game or in-game cutscenes. Yes, there's FMVs for the movie clips, but there also is in-game cutscenes. Yeah, in-game cutscenes, this game's okay with it. Actually. No, it's not. Despicable Me game, it does in-game cutscenes in that game too, where they teach you about the heists. Well, Dr. Nefario tells you what a heist is about when you have to steal something for the rocket. Well, no, apparently that game doesn't support. You can't hear the voice clips of that. It does the same damn thing. But yeah, you can hear it. It's doing like this thing. Kind of like that, but you can hear the talking. I just can't make out what it is, what sucks. It's creepy though. I'm gonna play it because it's kind of creepy. Then I'll cut it and then hopefully maybe it will play something else. But yeah, unfortunately, I think these are the voice files. I think it's playing them, but they're very very corrupted. Damn it. Yeah, if anybody wants to move the static and make a video of this without this, I'd like to see it because I don't know what it's playing. Yeah, it's probably the voice clip. It has to be because it's going on too long. Because there's no cutscenes in the levels. I've played this game before. In case you're wondering what Monster Inc. game this is the one based off the movie, not the weird scare floor thing. No, it's the one based off the movie, the first movie, not the one where you're in the scare you scare robot kids. No, not that one. Not that weird PS1 one. It's the one based off the movie. It's the one I grew up with, but apparently I don't know what the hell it's doing right now. I'm gonna guess it's the voice clips, and they're all corrupted. Great. Yeah, not many games have this glitch, have this issue when you just swap with this game, but some do. It is creepy though, or unless the cutscenes are also in the level folders, they could be. They could be. Maybe they could. I don't know. I don't know how to open these games, so. But like I'm just familiar modding BFBB movie game and Scooby Doo and the Simpsons Hit One PC. I'm not familiar with anything with any of the other games right now. Also a little bit. Well, Metal 64 I do mod a little bit, but those are those are just for custom maps. I don't have a tool to actually mess with the actual game at this point. I don't know why there's no tool for that. There isn't. It sucks. Well, I don't count Total 64 because you can do pretty much nothing with the game. I'm talking about a Mel 64 level editor. It's too, like with Industrial Park, you can mod the existing BFBB movie games, Scooby Doo, Incredible Levels, or you can make your own levels with those games and mess with stuff. If you wanted to, you can open up a BFBB folder. Like I mainly mod the GameCube one, but you can literally open a GameCube. And you can make your own file names and everything and levels and make your own, use the empty hip and hop files that Industrial Park comes with. Make your own little game. Yeah, you can do that. I haven't tried to go that ambitious with my own full game, but yeah, you can straight up do that. And then you can tell the game what files to load and where it goes. And you can make your own little game. I don't normally do that. I normally just make little missions. I make 4 sub areas, like 1 level and then 3 other mini areas you go to. So yeah, maybe 5 little areas, but I don't make a full game. But you can do that with Industrial Park. I will say this once, I'll say it again. Industrial Park is a great level editor, and I swear by it. It's a great level. It's a great tool. It also comes with the evil randomizer. It comes with both. That randomizer is evil. It's weird. It's cursed. It's got a mind of its own. if it plays the voices in different folder, or if it does play the voices, I'll make a part 2 to this. There's two things that's gonna happen with this. Either those were the voices in the level, and they're corrupted, or that wasn't the voice clips yet. That was something else, some other cutscene or whatever. I don't know what cutscene would be. I played this game before. It doesn't have cutscenes like that. It just has, you just talk to people with text boxes in the levels, like BFBB. There's just text boxes, like, Sully and Mike and the characters. It's not like, there's movie clips before the level loads, but that's it. But there's a movie file for the movies. There's a folder called Movies in Monsters Inc. So I don't know what those voice static files were. But if it does end up playing the voices correctly, deep or fast or whatever, I'll make a video on it. But the only thing about this is since the music's really, you can hear it's very quick right now. It's probably gonna be very I'm gonna have to do it somewhere else in the game to get like a lower pitch so we can hear the voices. So I have to mess with this, like usual. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll make a part 2 if it actually plays the voice clips. So that's the thing that's the most interesting thing about this whole disc swapping thing, is the voice clips or the sounds. Some games are cool for the sound effects. Like Over the Hedge, you can play all the sound effects and all the character quotes, then all the voices. The best Hidden 1 is really cool because you can play all the voice, all the car sounds, then all the character voice clips, plus all the languages if you're using the Europe version. The English version doesn't support the game, but if you grab the actual files that aren't just the folder for the sounds, you may be able to do it that way. I have to try that. That way we can only get English lines. I don't have to go through all the languages, like on top of it, to get to the sound folder. But then again, I don't have to do anything. I can just grab the files on their own and import in BFBB. Then, once it reaches the custom folder, it plays whatever I put in it. Yeah, you guys can straight up do that. You can straight up you can grab files from the other disks and put them in BFBB, and it will read those folders. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool shit you can do.